Alright guys, tonight I'm going to share with you a pretty unique watch that many of us probably toyed with getting, maybe overlooked or thought it would always be around, but whatever reason you didn't buy it, maybe you did, so chime in the comments either way. But I want to share with you real quick because this is my first real experience with it. So my good friend Homer sent this over from his personal collection. This is the Bulova 96B230, and it houses their precisionist movement type movement. Has 262 kilohertz. You can see that insanely smooth sweep of the seconds hand. This is a quartz watch, but it's not your normal quartz watch. And this particular model is pretty crazy because when these were first came out and then settled down a little bit, these could be had on a regular basis for just over $100. I'm talking like 105, 108, something like that, right around $100. And then I think they came out, I don't know if my dates are right, but I think they came out around 2015. I could be wrong on that, but and then they were discontinued not that long ago, and the prices are kind of steadily going up. Of course, on the used market, you can still score them for 150-ish, right in there. But you look around on eBay or wherever else you can find them, and they're being listed for over 200. So I don't know if that pushes the market up or whatever. And that's as of, what is today, April 19th, 2019. So it depends on when you're watching this, of those prices. So I try to throw those out there, but I know they become quickly irrelevant as soon as the market dictates. So it has a screw down crown, 100-meter water resist. The crystal is a mineral crystal. It is not a sapphire. You're at that price point when these were in their heyday, you just can't expect a sapphire crystal in there with that. So stainless steel case, some mostly brushed. There is some polished reliefs on the edges there. You can see measurements. You're looking at 42.5 millimeter, 48, just over 48 millimeter lug to lug. Nice little turn down lugs. They're kind of short to the case. It's only 11.5 millimeter thick. You can see that mineral crystal is pushed up above the case a little bit. 22 millimeter lug width. This is not the strap this came on. This is some sort of strap that Homer put on there, but I think it's a really good pairing. It says, I think Kevlar or something on there, but it wears really good. Actually, I'll give you a wrist shot right now. I was going to put a different strap on it, but when I put this one on, I was like, wow, this is like, Homer broke it in for me already. It's contoured to the wrist perfect. It settles in. This watch is not very heavy. As with most quartz watches, even when you have a really nice stainless steel case, the movement itself isn't very heavy. And in most cases, and this one too, I opened up, and I'll put a screenshot of the movement when I opened it up and took the battery out and the little protective film that's in there. Just wanted to give you a quick shot of the movement, but it is housed in a plastic spacer ring. Because they have to do something with that, and the quartz movement is not very big, so you got to take up something with that space, and plastic usually works perfect. So I don't have an issue with that in many watches. So very clean, easily legible. You have almost a railroad track going around the outside there. You do have some, at the top there you have, well, let's take a closer look. At the top there you have a orangish red, and the same thing with the tip of the seconds hand. It's not quite red, it's not quite orange, so orangish red, I guess. You have the 60, the 10, the 20, the 30, 40, and 50 kind of going around there to help you out with the minutes. And then you have that railroad track, of course, and then you have the Arabic numbers going all the way around with the date cut out at the 6 o'clock. So nicely balanced out dial. There's nothing really upsetting there, and you really don't even have a bunch of writing on the dial to upset the balance. You have the brand, of course, Bulova, in a really nice font up there just below the 12, and then the 262 kilohertz down there, indicating that it is a UHF movement. So, and you don't need any more information on it. I'm glad they kept this one clean. It's actually kind of a shame they discontinued it, but their sales probably weren't there. So, and Bulova moved on with many other watches, but this was definitely a classic that probably should have been purchased by many of us, at least to experience. You can see the case back here. It is a screw down case back, so that is partly how you're going to get that 100-meter water resist, and paired with that screw down crown. So you can see the model number there, 96B230. Some other numbers, serial numbers, all that good stuff. But up at the top there, you can see ultra high frequency, and you can see that it's basically almost like a tuning fork, but it has 3 prongs to it, and that's how they accomplish that 262 kilohertz instead of just doing a 2-pronger. So that's how they get it done. So if you ever have some time, there is some good articles on the Bulova UHF movements. If I can find a couple of good ones, I'll put them in the description, but I didn't dig too deep into it. I wanted to get a look at it, so I did pop the case back off, like I said, and I looked at it. It does say Bulova on the movement, and it does say it has 8 joules, so I know that physically by looking at the movement. I think currently you can buy this new on Amazon for $270. So that could, and I think that was Prime, so that could be a safe bet if you're looking to get into one, but I think that's definitely on the high end of things as far as the price. I think you should be able to get it. If you are patient, you should be able to get it for closer to that 150 mark used. I mean, if you're looking at new, then yeah, you're probably going to pay a little over 200. But really balanced out watch. You do have that Bulova insignia on the crown there that's printed on there. It's balanced out really nice, guys. It's pretty slick. I'm assuming the battery change is going to be every 3 years. I haven't really done any research on that. But with the way they're doing the movement on this thing, it's got to be 3 years. So maybe even less. If any of you guys own it and have experienced 1 or 2 battery changes, depending on how long you've had it, chime in the comments. Let us know realistically, real wearability of it, how many times you have to change the battery. So there's not a whole lot going on. I mean, you have the time function, and then you have the date change, but I gotta believe that constant sweep like that probably wears on it a little bit. So I've read that the Lume is not amazing on it, but there is Lume. So you can see there the Arabic numbers, and the hour and minute hand is definitely loomed. This is the first time I'm looking at the Lume, and I gotta say it's not disappointing. I'm not sure what formula they use, but it's no Seiko or anything like that. But I mean, here it is next to my Zen 104. So it's a little more dim than the Zen, but it doesn't seem like it's dropping off very fast either. I'm fairly confident it won't last all night, but I think it's going to last a little while, a couple hours anyway. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon.